Hello and welcome back to the Escape Pod. Thank you for escaping with us. That's Alex. I'm Andrew.
Hold on, I think I've got something for this.
Yeah! Oh my gosh! It's here!
It took a little.
I'm so happy. Literally like 5 seconds ago, I was like, dude.
I thought you saw it.
No, I was like legitimately like, where the frick is it?
I was like, oh, are we really doing this? Yeah, that's good. That's a good reaction. I'm happy about that.
Okay, do your thing. That's Alex. I'm Andrew.
And as always, with great power comes great Rachel ability. My girlfriend Rachel was just in town.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know, we are doing long distance.
Mm-hmm.
We have been together for 5 years, so it's kind of a no question to do long distance. We weren't going to break up, but
right.
Yeah, so just shout out her. All right, we're doing high-low Buffalo.
Yeah.
I can start if you don't mind.
Yeah, hit it, dude.
Yeah, so
I'm really interested to see about your life.
My high is well, Rachel was in town, so it was really nice seeing her, and we hung out a lot. We watched a couple movies. We saw The Nun 2. Mm-hmm. We were playing Mario Kart. We just had a good time. We went to a couple escape rooms.
Best part of the trip. Don't say blowjob.
I wasn't going to.
You were
up here, but I wasn't going to say that. Mm-hmm. Just seeing her, spending time. I don't get too much sleep without her, so. Like, I sleep better with her than without.
You got more sleep with her here.
Yeah, which was much needed.
You know that, like, scientific fact that you feel when you're comfortable around someone, you get sleepier?
Yeah. Yeah, that's how I am, like, a lot.
I must be real comfortable with myself.
That's true.
Because I sleep mad amounts.
You do. You sleep more than anybody else I know. It's crazy. It's crazy. You wake up, and if you don't take a nap in the first 2 hours of your day, you'll just pass out. It's crazy. I've never seen anything like it.
I think it's my body's like natural defense against the fact that I'm single.
I think you have a thyroid problem.
It's like it doesn't.
Have you gotten your thyroid checked out?
Well, I was doing a bit, and then you started a different bit. So
Sorry.
frick you.
Okay, finish your bit.
No. It's fine.
Sorry.
No.
Okay. Well, my low is that Rachel was here. No, she's not, and so I'm sad.
Mm-hmm. Is your buffalo also Rachel?
Mm-hmm. I miss her.
That's your buffalo?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that your low that you miss her?
No. It's both.
Your buffalo is supposed to be...
It's a Rachel high-low buffalo.
Yeah, but I need something a little more random for the buffalo.
I'm almost as alone as you.
I now have a new low for the week.
Your turn.
All right, my high for the week is Saw 10 is this month, baby.
Yeah.
I'm hype.
Are we doing Saw Patrol?
We totally can.
I would love to.
I mean, I have to see Saw with Zach.
Okay.
Zach and I, our thing is Saw.
Oh, wow.
I introduced him to Saw.
Okay.
He watched all 9 Saw movies before Spiral came out, and then we went to see Spiral together.
Cool.
We did the Saw escape room in Vegas together.
Yep.
So it's a whole thing. I might watch all the Saw movies in prep because... I don't know. It's this month, so I think I have time. I might watch it on the Discord or something. But yeah, I think I've talked about this. I don't really remember any of the Saws.
Yeah.
Why?
Because you were making out the whole time.
Yeah.
I'll watch Saw 1 with you.
We're not going to make out, though.
No.
I've seen Saw 1 enough. I'm not going to watch Saw 1 or Jigsaw again because I've seen them each 5 times probably.
Oh, okay.
I think I've seen Saw 2 a couple times too. So I would start with Saw 3 maybe.
Oh, well, I'm not going to watch any of them with you then.
What if we make out?
That changes my answer.
Have you done something weird while making out? Or has something been weird going on while you've been making out?
I don't think so. Maybe like a kids movie in a theater with other kids. That's kind of weird.
It's a little weird.
Right. Like Finding Dory. A
I'd make
lot of children in that theater.
Yeah. Were you right?
But I was 16.
Yeah, if you're young. Were you right next to a child?
No.
Yeah.
Not in our row.
Oh, then you're fine, dude. It is pretty baller to be on top, making out with someone, and then you just look over and someone's literally just getting torn in half, or having their ribs ripped open, or sticking their hand in acid. You're like, wow.
Somebody sticks their hand in acid?
Yeah, to get a key.
And it burns their hand and shit? Do you see the bones?
I'm not sure. I think that's the same one where her ribs get ripped, I think it's one of the rigged traps where there's no way for her to win, and then it's called the angel trap because it looks like an angel when she's open.
Wild.
Yeah. I was like, oh, that's cool.
Are you into torture porn?
I'm into Saw.
Close enough.
Dude, the lore in Saw is the best. So anyways.
Yeah.
My low for the week.
Yeah. You're going to die alone?
That's my low every day, baby. Mm-hmm. My low, so I finished the SpiderMan game.
Yes.
Right? So spoilers for the SpiderMan game. Do you know how it ends?
Yep.
We've talked about it.
Yep.
Aunt May dies,
Yep.
right? So I was a little teary.
How good is it when she's like, I want to see my nephew?
That's the part that really got me because I knew the ending. I didn't know anything about the game except that Aunt May.
Yep.
But when she's like, take the mask off, I want to see my nephew. I was like, it was really nice. But chat is a thing.
Yeah.
Right? And
because you were streaming this game.
I was streaming and like, it's sad. And it shows her dying, and then like there's a scene, and then there's the funeral scene, and like during that, someone just commented, "Personally, I'd never go out like that." And
so you were losing it.
So my low is the fact that I was crying, laughing during Aunt May's funeral because now I feel bad. Also, someone commented, "Aunt May drank the Grimace shake," which I thought was really funny.
Yeah. That's kind of a dead meme, though.
It is a little bit of a dead meme, but the fact that he brought it back to make fun of Aunt May made it really funny. So shout out chat for being hilarious and making me seem like a terrible person.
Of course.
Because it's literally like her gravestone and I'm just in the corner being like...
You're laughing so hard. That's really funny.
Trying to decide which buffalo to go with here. Heads or tails?
Tails.
Ready? Mm-hmm. You see this? Mm-hmm. You see how I can't lift my arms all the way up?
Oh, what's going on? You've been working out?
Worked out today.
Where? You went to like a gym?
No, I went to the backyard.
Oh, that's crazy. I thought somebody was moving something.
I was moving mad weights, dude.
Oh, hell yeah.
I don't get a clink for that?
Moving mad weight, brother. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm out of practice.
Yeah?
We haven't done that.
So I'm officially... So I want you to know that I feel superior to you today.
You are.
Yeah.
Clearly.
And I will make sure to post about it and be a gym bro. I am now a gym bro.
Let me ask you.
Yeah.
Did the reason that you work out, did that have to do with any extracurriculars that maybe happened yesterday?
No.
Speaking of extracurriculars that happened yesterday.
Yeah.
I played basketball yesterday with Chris, Soups, and Angel, our roommate, the rug guy. And we played, there were 4 of us, and we played a 5-on-5. There was another group of 4, and then there were 2 like children. So each team got a child. And then...
Did you make out in front of that child too?
No.
Okay.
And it was probably my best basketball performance of my life.
Over under 3 air balls.
No air balls.
No air?
No air balls. I took 2 shots. But I was...
And you hit something each time.
I was the mound round of rebound, bro.
Good.
I got every... You could ask Angel. I got every board. It was sick.
That's massively important.
It was so important. I was getting them, dishing it out.
It's your job.
I don't think our team got a rebound. That wasn't me.
You remember back in the day when I played Dre and Matt?
Yeah.
Do you think we could beat them?
Me and you
yes.
beat Matt and Dre?
Yes. Because the only thing I need to do is play defense and rebound, and that's all I needed Dylan to do. And
is it going to be half court?
Yeah.
Yes. We played full court, and my asthma was killing me.
You should work out with me.
Sure.
I'll help.
Let's do it. Dude,
I'm basically Cuban Crusher now.
Should we do something on the Patreon? Should we do a nerd workout?
No.
Oh.
400 patrons?
Yeah.
No, what am I doing? I'm sucking Haley's toe.
You're sucking Haley's toe for 400 patrons?
That's what we said.
Oh, great.
And yours.
No.
Would you rather kiss me or me suck your toe?
Kiss you.
That's crazy.
No.
That's crazy.
I don't want my toes in your mouth.
I don't want your lips on my lips.
Yeah, me neither. But it's going to happen. We're talking about Haunting in Venice?
Yeah, so we watched Haunting in Venice. You want to rank it out of 10 real quick?
I've got my score.
3, 2, 1,
6
7 out of 10?
Yeah. It was super fun.
No, it was
I
very
had
good.
a great time with it.
Yeah, it was good.
Are you a big fan of the other two, or you dislike Nile and you like Orient
Nile was
Express?
fine. Nile didn't blow me away. Nile was fine. I'd probably give Nile a 6. I didn't watch Murder on the Orient Express, but I saw the original, so like I know the story. Like I saw the one from like the 70s or whatever it was. But no, Kenneth Branagh's good, and Michelle Yeoh is great.
Yeah.
And this one was a little creepier, had some jump scares or whatever. It's fun.
It was like, it's not very funny, and I'm used to these whodunits that are hilarious, like Knives Out.
Yeah.
And Glass Onion. But it was a whodunit. The horror twist was like a really interesting wrinkle.
Yeah.
Like there were like 4 or 5 jump scares. One of them was like the crow from Nun 2, though. One of them was like loud bird, loud noise.
Yeah, it was dumb.
Right? Like I don't like jump scares like that, but there were some really good jump scares. There was, the one at the end is great.
Yeah.
Balcony.
Yeah.
Great. That was awesome. So like the horror elements, I think, really spiced it up and really made it enjoyable for me.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. I had a good
I
time
hope they
with
keep
it.
making some more.
Me too.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
I love a good murder mystery.
Me
you know
too.
how I am with the scavenger hunt escape room type business.
Yeah. Did you figure it out?
Yeah. Not all of it. I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah.
But
I love to be fooled by these movies. Same thing with like Ocean's 11's one of my favorite movies of all time.
oh, I didn't call that.
Well, of course.
And that's one of the reasons I like Saw. Like people say Saw is just torture porn, and that's a lot of what it is. But like Saw has one of the craziest lores of all time. Every single movie is a twist ending that leads to another movie before it or after it, and it's crazy. Every Saw movie has a good twist ending. Jigsaw, again, I've said on the podcast, is I think the best twist ending of all time, in my opinion, that I've seen. And the reason I don't like Spiral, the newest in the Saw franchise, is because I called the ending like an hour into the movie, and it was so obvious to me that I thought it was doing one of those things where it was like giving you like a little twist so that it could give you the real twist afterwards, and it never gave me a real twist, and I was like, this movie sucks. So, but Samuel L. Jackson's in it. He's pretty good. So is Chris Rock.
The Boys.
The Boys.
All right. Solid. Yeah. Haunting in Venice. Fun.
Yep.
Go see it. Like actually. And cinematography blew me away.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. The editing, the scene with Michelle Yeoh talking.
Yep. Really good. There was some actually like really good stuff in it. It's one of the most fun I had in the theater this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to put it on Letterboxd. We have a Letterboxd, both of us.
We do. Yours is?
Wafello.
Mine is Alex Azor, AlexAzor, all one word.
We also
Hopefully that's the last time I ever say that.
You get asked that a lot on TikTok.
If I go live, I'll get asked it 10 times in an hour. It's tough.
You live a tough life.
What were you going to say?
We also have a Discord.
We do. Join it. Link in our bio.
We also have a
Patreon.
Join it.
There's a lot of great stuff on there.
We just recreated the Ragnarok play scene because Cassidy Weathers,
request, yep.
Our biggest patron, asked us to do it. So I was Thor, right? You were Loki.
I was.
Rachel made a cameo as Sif.
Yep.
That was fun.
Yep.
I posted a vlog the other day
The vlog is fun.
with some bloopers and a Nerf war.
Yeah.
You get an extra episode of the podcast every
week. And we post a bunch of bonus content on there. Get on there.
We doing my favorite segment.
We are. I don't have that many this time. This is a little agree or disagree. I've got 10, but I think they're an excellent 10.
We'll just make sure to argue even more.
No duds here. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Most animated projects should stay animated.
Most animated projects should stay.
It's not all, just most.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Agree.
Yeah. Avatar. We don't need it.
Yeah, it's just because, like, I love seeing stuff come to life even more if it's good, but, like, people have ruined so much stuff trying to do that, like Avatar.
There's Clone Wars stuff in Ahsoka.
Yeah.
I'm not going to spoil anything, but there's Clone Wars stuff in Ahsoka. And just the clones look clunky and awkward.
But, okay.
It's like, and there are just some things that's like, it's like, that doesn't translate. I never want to see a live action Incredibles. Never.
No.
That is not going to translate.
No, I don't.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I just think, they're doing a live action, what's it called?
Lilo and Stitch?
Yeah, that. I don't want that. They're doing a live action Toothless. What's it? How to Train Your Dragon. I don't want any of this.
Yeah, no. Yeah. We might talk about Ahsoka a little bit later or in another podcast.
When the full
the
full show comes out, we'll review it.
In Ahsoka is like clearly Rebels season 5 or
Yep.
whatever it is.
Yep.
It's a little heavy-handed for someone who hasn't seen Rebels. It makes me want to watch Rebels, to be honest.
Yeah.
But you were talking about animation not translating well. I think Sabine and Hera and those kind of things translate pretty well in that show, no?
Bo-Katan also in Mando translates perfectly.
Yeah.
Right? So there's a bunch of stuff that it translates, but I think that there's too much that doesn't translate.
Maybe it translates because Hera is
Did you see the TikTok I sent you, by the way?
bad.
Did you see?
Is it a thirst trap of Hera?
It's just her ass.
Where's my phone?
It's over here.
Oh,
Every shot in that show is an ass shot, and you refuse to believe it.
I don't. Yeah, let me see.
Look
I'm
at
gonna
this.
debunk this butt shot nonsense. F, Marry, Kill. The 3: Ahsoka, Sabine, Hera in that show.
Kill Sabine.
Whack.
Kill Sabine.
Whack.
Marry Hera. Fuck Ahsoka.
No, dude.
I guess I'll kill Ahsoka.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's
and
the
fuck Sabine.
answer.
Sorry.
Something I love about this show is the cinematography. Like, they get the shots.
You're telling me that's not a butt shot?
That's not a butt shot.
That's absolutely a butt shot.
That is just a shot of a character on the screen. That shows her whole body, dude.
That's a butt shot.
Just because she has a butt and is in frame doesn't make it a butt shot. That is just that is a normal shot.
I would like you to show me any shot like that in all of Star Wars.
That doesn't mean anything. If that's a dude, like, I'm sure they have plenty of shots of dudes like that. Doesn't mean that's a butt shot.
That's a butt shot.
It's not a butt shot.
That's just her ass.
That is her whole body.
Crazy.
That is from her knees up and the entire background. You see the ocean. You see, like, what do you mean?
That's a butt shot. That's it. That's the whole clip.
No.
You're telling me that's not a butt shot? You're out of your mind. That's wild.
Disagree.
That's wild, man. You're nuts. Cuban just commented on our on the video of us reacting to the trailer where you're shirtless. He just said the Cuban Crusher effect.
Oh, being shirtless. I told you I'm basically him.
I spelled confirm wrong.
That's embarrassing.
I know.
Next.
All right.
Dude, can my nose stop itching? I've been doing this the whole episode. Why is it when we film?
That was weird. I didn't like that in the slightest. You're a weirdo, man. All right. A hat is a necessary accessory to an outfit.
3, 2, 1. Disagree. Oh, hat guy's coming out.
I don't think it's a necessary accessory. It can help. It can enhance an outfit. And it can help avoid a terrible hairline and haircut. But I don't think everybody needs to wear a hat.
Do I need to wear a hat?
I think that you could look good in some hats. I've got an extensive hat collection. I'll let you borrow some.
I look good in that merch that we've got coming.
You do.
That video that we posted on Instagram, I was like, oh, wow.
You look handsome, yeah. Yeah.
Coming soon.
Merch coming soon, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Batman with prep time is undefeated.
3, 2, 1.
Agree.
Disagree.
There's nobody that beats Batman with prep time.
Hermione.
Of all the people in all of fiction, Hermione is your like first one that's like, yup.
That's just because we argued about it a couple episodes
Name anybody that can beat Batman with prep time and I'll debunk it.
I just did.
You've been debunked.
What about Iron Man with prep time?
No way. No way. Batman is so much smarter than Iron Man. Can't name nobody because Batman's undefeated with prep time.
Nah.
All right. The Patreon has our best content.
Oh, wow.
Boo-doo-doo. Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Agree.
Disagree.
Way to sell the fucking Patreon, you dumbass.
It's close, though. It's close. I'm not going to lie. It's close, though.
Uh-huh.
Some of the episodes are the best that we've done. Like the one that hasn't come out yet with the 2 girls in here. That sounds weird. Rachel and Haley.
Yeah.
That one's really good.
What about the one in the bed?
The one in the bed. In the first 15 minutes.
The first 15 minutes is the best thing we've ever done.
Yes.
Like, if you... Okay. The Patreon for an extra episode a week is $10 a month. Mm-hmm. Just get the Patreon just to watch all the stuff, then cancel it.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean...
But, oh my gosh. Like, that first 30 minutes of that episode is worth $10.
I think it's episode 16.
Yeah, of the Patreon?
The one of us in bed. Yeah. The only reason I said disagree is because we have more normal episodes, and it's more structured and has more games. Like agree, disagree, we do hear more, which is good content.
Well, arguably the best moment of the podcast is.
Right. And I really like the episode that's coming.
Yes, it's your favorite episode we've ever done.
In a week.
Yep.
Yeah.
A week from this episode.
Yeah.
Because this coming Monday is Soups. Then it's this episode, and then it's that episode.
Yes.
The next episode will be a lot of people's favorite episode.
Yeah.
It's your favorite episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
All right, solid. I think the Patreon's got our best stuff. Because the Patreon episodes are so unhinged.
Yeah.
And you get the Ragnarok stuff.
Yeah.
You get stuff like that. You get like Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Right? And like the vlog. We should do more vlogs.
Yeah.
Did they get the Nerf moment?
Oh, they did get the Nerf moment.
Where I drilled you in the face?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good shot. I can't believe she got that on video.
That was crazy.
Yeah, that was amazing. Monopoly
Nope.
is the world's greatest board game.
3, 2, 1.
Agree.
Disagree. I actually, remember, little story, I sat here before the episode, before they turned the cameras on, and I was writing down my stuff, and I was like, I can't remember all my high-low stuff that I had.
Yeah.
Right? One of my lows that I had in my brain was the fact that I haven't played Katan in 2 weeks.
Yeah, Monopoly shits on
No,
Settlers
Katan,
of Catan.
Katan literally...
I think it's Settlers of Catan.
No, it's not. First of all, nowhere on the box does it say Settlers.
Really?
I don't think so. Everyone calls it Settlers of Catan, and I think that was a thing at some point, but on the box, I don't see anywhere where it says Settlers of Catan.
I think you're pronouncing it wrong. I think it's Settlers of Catan.
Either way,
It specifically says Settlers of Catan.
I don't... On the box?
This is the same box you have.
Let me see.
Oh, it doesn't.
Yeah? Like that?
Nice work.
Catan doinks on Minecraft. I mean, Minecraft. Monopoly.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Monopoly is so real world applications. Catan's too complicated.
Monopoly with
Yep.
the mortgaging
Yep.
and the rents and the houses
Yep.
and the hotels
Yep.
and the
Teaches children
passes
budgeting
go.
at a very young age. Yep.
It doesn't-
Greatest board
it does
game
not
of all
teach
time.
budgeting.
Absolutely
very well.
fucking does.
And to say that is more complicated than Catan, at most they're equal because they both have houses, or whatever, and they both have hotels.
No, I'm saying Monopoly is less complicated. It's
No.
easier to understand.
No, did you hear everything that I just said?
I think it's very easy to grasp. I know many.
So is Catan,
I know
then.
many children that play Monopoly, and the only
I know children that play Catan.
Yeah, they're all
Where are you meeting
homeschooled
children?
with mothers of.
The children that I know that play Catan are in fact homeschooled.
Huh. Are their parents accountants too?
My mom's an accountant.
I know.
Catan is goated, and I will not stand for this slander.
Okay.
The only thing that Monopoly has on my... Am I okay?
You've said Minecraft now inexplicably this video game in replacing of a board game twice now. I'd have 2 nickels.
Which is odd. That it happened twice, right? The only thing that Monopoly has on Catan is Monopoly has a lot of different versions. Like it has an Avengers It has a Breaking Bad. It has a Game of Thrones, right? Catan doesn't have that. But Catan has a bunch of expansions that once you learn the original game, you can expand it and make the board bigger, and it's great.
I will say, in defense of you, though, I don't think the different versions are good because a lot of the time you're buying people. Like, if it's an Avengers Monopoly such as yours, you are buying the Avengers. You're not buying locations.
You are recruiting them.
I think it's weird.
You're recruiting
Especially when you're buying a Sam Wilson. It's just questionable.
You are recruiting T'Challa.
Doesn't feel that way when I'm exchanging money for a little card with his face on it. It feels not great.
It feels like the 1700s.
I think slavery was illegal by then.
Homie, are you okay? This country was founded in 1776. We had slaves for a long time.
You're right. Wow.
Civil War was in the 1800s.
You're right. Wow. I really had... Why did I think Abraham Lincoln was like 16 something? That was really embarrassing. Jeez. Well, thank you for clearing that up. Yeah, that's funny. That's really funny. Damn, that's tough.
The patrons were talking about that in the Discord too, by the way, what I just wrote down.
I'm sure. YuGiOh is the world's greatest card game.
3, 2, 1, disagree.
You've never played it.
Yeah, but there's a Catan card game. I'm just kidding. No, I haven't played it. I played Alpha. Not yet.
Cut the check.
Cut the check.
Have you seen that clip? It's Tom Holland is on a panel with Anthony Mackie, and they're talking about Captain America Civil War, and it was Tom Holland's first day on set, and after every single take, Anthony Mackie would go, "Cut the check!" And Tom Holland, this little British kid, was so confused, and he was like, why does he keep saying cut the check? And then it shows a clip of Anthony Mackie, and he just keeps going, cut the check! Cut the check! Cut the check. It's a very funny clip.
They're funny. You seen the clip where he's like...
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't...
I
I haven't seen the Falcon movie.
Oh, wait, there's not one.
Yeah, no, that's a good clip.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah. Now he's getting a Falcon movie.
Yep. No, he's not.
Captain America.
You racist.
Did you see the video? Did you see the video of him at the Astros game? It was cool. You know how they do those things on the Jumbotron, and it's like, you look like this celebrity. Mm-hmm. Right? So it was doing that with the Avengers, and then it's like Captain America, and it's Falcon and the Captain America, and it shows him in an Astros hat, and he's like, oh, everybody goes nuts. It's so funny.
Bah.
Here we go. This is going to be the toughest one so far.
Okay.
Mickey Mouse is more iconic than Pikachu.
I got my answer.
You've got yours?
Yeah.
All right. You ready?
3,
2, 1.
Agree. Yeah. Pikachu's iconic. Pokemon's big. But Mickey Mouse in particular...
Yeah.
Just the ears.
It's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
Pikachu's just the 90s.
No one, except Logan Paul in the Suicide Forest. No, he's not a Pikachu. That's a alien hat. But there's Pikachu hats like that.
Yeah.
Where it's like a little thing that comes down.
Yeah.
But you're not walking around a Pokemon theme park with Pikachu ears on. You're walking around Magic Kingdom with Mickey ears on.
Mm-hmm. And I think that this was a little argument. We did this a couple weeks ago. We had James Bond or Pokemon was more iconic.
Yeah.
And 90% of the comments were Pokemon, no question.
Yeah.
Which is correct.
Yes.
But there was like a small percentage of like 20 comments of like really old people that were like, I don't know any Pokemon and I've seen every James Bond movie. And clearly all these people are like 40 and too old and just don't understand how massive Pokemon is. But they were all like, Pokemon has nothing on James Bond. And I do think there's a lot of those people that like don't realize how big Pokemon is. And all of those people know who Mickey Mouse is.
Yeah, and everyone who knows who Pikachu is knows who Mickey Mouse is.
Probably.
Yeah, like, again, how many Disneylands or Disney Worlds are there? Like, one of the main arguments for the Pokemon thing is foreign countries like Japan.
They also have Disney.
Right. They have a Disneyland in Tokyo.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's big.
And it's huge. And people say that's one of the best. Like, everybody knows Mickey.
You know, it's really cheap.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You want to go?
I mean, it's not cheap to get over there.
No, Mickey Mouse clears, just like Katan.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
NFL Red Zone is the best thing on television. So I'm saying TV does not provide a better thing than NFL Red Zone with Scott Hansen.
3, 2, 1. Disagree.
Agree. There is nothing better. There is no product better for what it is. I know that you're not a football guy. Like, what it is, it's so refined. They've been doing it for like 15 years now. It's so refined. It's like so perfect. I don't know what to compare it to, but like if you were a football fan, I think every football fan would agree with me. Like what it is, it's like the most brilliant thing I've ever seen in my life. You're just watching every game at once. They just show like, oh, okay, this game is getting close and they're in the red zone. We're going to show them. Okay, it's a timeout. We're going to go over here. Okay, it's going, and they fill you in. They show what's just happened. Like the product is incredible and they're entertaining. There was a game a couple years ago where Josh Allen, who's the quarterback of the Bills, he's dating Haley Steinfeld, was playing Josh Allen, who plays for the Jaguars defense. And he was like, I really hope that Josh Allen sacks Josh Allen. And then they cut to it and he's like, guys, it happened. It happened. And they show it. But then Josh Allen went on to intercept Josh Allen. And he went on to sack him and force a fumble. It was amazing for Josh Allen to have a huge game against Josh Allen. It was just amazing. So, like, the entertainment value, it's just so high. Red Zone's the best thing in the world. So I know that you disagree. You're just not a football fan. It's fine. But, like, it's amazing. And no commercials. There's no commercials.
We won our fantasy football week.
We did, because we're sick. Are you worried about this week?
I'm a little worried. I'm
too.
projected to win, but barely.
I didn't understand how the waivers worked. So the two guys I wanted, my opponent got both of them.
Yeah, we need to work on that. I have it on my to-do list today to do fantasy before the game tonight to make sure both of our teams are good. And by both of us, I mean you need to make sure my team is good because I think you could name more players on my team than I could.
I know you have Isaiah Pacheco.
I do know that because you said it was a bad. I know Pacheco. Hold on, don't.
You should bench him.
No.
You have Sam Howell. You need to.
No.
him.
I'm gonna try to guess. I didn't know that one.
Okay. Do you know your quarterback? You should.
Yeah, no, because he
had a good game.
He had a good game, and I had something in my brain to help me remember. Herbert.
There you go.
Because I like sherbet, and ice cream is good.
Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
He plays in this city. He lives here.
Really? He's on the clip.
The lost. Oh wow.
Hold on.
Wow.
The Chargers.
There you go. The other team in LA. The team that has to manufacture robot fans.
Chargers?
Yeah.
No one likes the Chargers because the Rams are better.
They have no fans. Well, the Rams are better, and
I like the Chargers now.
The Chargers had like a very loyal fan base in San Diego, and they moved inexplicably. So a lot of people hate them for that. Hat Guy has the worst takes on the internet. The internet.
We've done this one before.
Yep, we're doing it again. I think it's been the biggest hater on the internet, but this is worst takes.
Yeah.
This is less of a hater thing.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah,
Disagree.
obviously I think I'm always right.
There was that one podcast that was like, yo, Blue Beetle is too much Mexican people.
Yeah, but that's not a take. That's just them being racist.
I mean, racism is a take. It's a bad take.
I guess.
They were like, yo, the taco truck.
So they have worse takes than me?
And they were like, yo, the sister's too fat. And I was like,
that was wild.
That was crazy.
No, that was one of the most embarrassing clips I've ever seen in my life. Like
that made me feel better about our podcast because we say some stupid stuff.
Yeah, but no,
we'll never do that.
Because we're just not bad people.
Yeah.
I think it's kind
of... To that extent.
That's a good point. Because we are kind of bad people.
Sometimes.
But I don't think we're bad people in that way. I think we're bad people in like...
Give me an example. Like last month, what's something that would make you be like, I'm a bad person?
My values. Right, like... I really... Yeah, I just... like what is important to me the most probably wouldn't be the most important things to a good person. Like money and sex and the Rams.
You have gone on record to say that they're...
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't even say it. Because that's a little on topic with what we just said.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ready to the last one?
Okay.
Hayden Christensen is a good actor.
Three, two, one. Disagree.
Nice work.
Don't nice work me. I know why you're saying this, and I haven't seen it, so we're not going to talk about it.
He's not good in anything you've seen, has he?
I have only seen him
In Star Wars?
in 2 episodes of Star Wars and a little bit of Obi-Wan. And I don't think he was bad. I think he was kind of there. And he's iconic and he's great and I love him. But I haven't seen him in anything else. Like if I compare him to like Jake Gyllenhaal, I'm like, okay, he cannot act. But I also I've seen Jake Gyllenhaal in more things.
There's a reason that he's not in too many movies.
Because he doesn't have to be. He's a gazillionaire.
How much money do you think he has? Because I know how much money
I just said
he
an
has.
amount.
I know how much money he has. It's going to be less than you think.
Bro, you say stuff like that.
How much money do you think he has? Guess his net worth right now.
Do you have access to his bank account?
It is Google right now. We will Google it. And I'm telling you, I know how much he was paid for episode 2 and 3. I know these. These are like Googleable.
He has a lot of money.
Can you give me a number?
No.
I would like you to give me a number because I'd just like to show you that he has a lot less than you think. He's got a lot of money, but he's got less than you think.
No.
How much does he have?
I don't.
Okay.
More than me.
Yeah, no question about that.
What's that supposed to mean?
You give away all of your money.
It's true. I donated to a GoFundMe this morning.
That's beautiful. What was it for?
My friend Audrey.
And what was the GoFundMe for?
She has been vaping since she was like 15 or 16, and she stopped a year ago. And she's doing a GoFundMe for the American Lung Association. So
awesome.
Everyone go donate.
Awesome. Good stuff. Nice work. See? You're a better person than me.
You're going to go donate now, though, right?
No. But I'm happy that you did. Did you write it under
I save a lot of money.
the escape pod? Did you?
No, because it wasn't from you. Psycho.
You save your money?
I think I
Do you think you're confident in your money
Oh, yeah.
managing
Yeah, yeah,
skills?
yeah.
Because
Yeah.
your mother's an accountant.
Yeah, but also I'm just not an idiot.
I've got a question for you. Do you
Yeah.
think it's to a fault?
No.
Okay.
How would it be to a fault?
Like, do you think you are too cautious with your money that you don't make investments that you should be making?
No. Investments?
Yes.
I mean, if you're just like cautious, you just got onto me for giving away too much.
I'm not on your ass right now. Like, I'm not interrogating you.
No.
I don't mean this with malice. I'm asking you your opinion on how you spend money. My opinion on how you spend money is I think you're killing it. Mm-hmm. I like the giving away thing was a joke because I know how much you have and I know how much you give away. I know you're fine. Right? Like that's not, but what I'm saying is, do you ever think I've made some serious investments and I've taken some real gambles, but I've made real money because I've taken real gambles and I've made a whole lot more than I've lost.
Yeah, I just...
Do you think that you are like, oh, I should be spending money here and it's just not something I do? Do you think like...
I mean, I just don't have any examples of things that I could have invested in or could have spent money on that I said no to that I think was a mistake.
But you don't invest in any stocks or anything?
No, I have a Roth IRA, but that's long term.
That's the safest shit you could have.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be doing... I started when I was like 19 or 20, and it's going to be...
Yeah.
whatever it is,
Yeah,
and by the time I retire, I'm gonna be friggin' whatever.
No, yeah, of course.
But no, I don't do anything other than mutual funds or Roth IRA or whatever.
Yeah. You're not putting any money into Disney, even though you buy everything that they own, they show.
No, I just don't. No, that wouldn't be a thing I'm interested in. Like, I save and I invest, but that's all I invest in. And then I save for like business stuff, like the merch that we're probably about to do.
Yeah.
Like something
Well, that's an investment, and that's a risk.
that is a big risk. We're putting a lot of money into the merch, and if y'all don't buy it, then we're just gonna die. So our life is really in your hands.
We would actually donate it to the Cancer Lung Association.
No, you wouldn't. You'd make me do that and then ask me.
No, not the money. The shirts. If we don't sell them, we would donate them to a charity.
The American Lung Association needs shirts.
It was a ill-timed, ill-thought-of joke. It was a bad move. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Our first apology video from Hat Guy. More to come in the future, I'm sure.
I'm honestly considering one with this Ahsoka thing. I really got attacked for this thing. It's by far the meanest I've gotten. Is the comments on this video. I don't know if you've seen.
You asked me if you could make a video about Ahsoka. I didn't ask what it was about. Maybe I should have.
Yeah. Yeah, no. I forgot the point of the podcast.
One thing that I haven't been spending money on that might help that I could invest in is someone helping me run my socials.
Yes.
Do you think I should?
Yes.
It would be $500 a month.
Is what Boss Man's charging?
That's the number I have in my head.
Yeah, that sounds well worth it to me, but
To help me post every day on Instagram, TikTok,
I
YouTube.
honestly think you should be paying them more.
Well, the thing is, he doesn't have to edit anything for me. I'm literally just handing him edited videos, and he has to post once a day.
Then
Like, he
never
could do
mind.
everything he needs to do for me in an hour a day.
Because this person isn't decided yet. So,
Correct.
Yeah. So they would post. Yeah. 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 I don't know. This is more of a Patreon discussion.
True.
How much time are we at?
42 minutes.
Wow. You want to zoom through this?
Sure. We're going to rank phase 3.
We've already done this.
Yeah.
Let's try and make this interesting.
Why, you want me to, like, punch you or something?
Sure. Captain America Civil War.
Out of 10.
Yeah, starting off phase 3 with a bang.
Bang.
3, 2, 1.
9.
9 out of 10. Yeah. Fabulous. My second favorite MCU movie.
That's way too high.
Is it in your top 5?
I think it is, but it's just barely. I mean, the first Avengers, Winter Soldier, Infinity War, and No Way Home are all above it.
I think it's clearly better than Winter Soldier.
No.
I think it's clearly the best Captain America movie.
No.
I'm in the middle with Avengers 1. I understand why you like it better. I think it's better than Avengers 1. No Way Home, I dabbled. When No Way Home first came out, it was my second favorite, but then I rewatched Civil War, and I realized that Civil War is the best Spider-Man we've ever gotten, so Civil War does have the edge over No Way Home for me. It's a miracle that I think Infinity War is better. That's how good Infinity War is, because I think Civil War is a freaking masterpiece.
It is really good.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think you can make the argument it's the best movie in the MCU. Whether you like it the most or not is different, but I think it could be the best. I just think, holy shit, is it genius that you have Iron Man, Tony Stark is the main character of the MCU since 2008, and in 2016 you make him the antagonist. That is so brilliant.
It's a really well done movie.
Yeah.
Zemo's cool.
Yeah. Not comic accurate, but quite
No.
good.
No. Yeah.
And they didn't kill anyone, which was good.
They killed the heck out of T'Chaka.
Doctor Strange.
Yep.
1. Re-review.
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
8.
6 out of 10. You like this movie quite a bit.
Yeah, no, I think a lot of origin movies that people skip over in the MCU are Ant-Man and Doctor Strange. I think both of them bangers. Bangers.
I agree that Ant-Man and Doctor Strange shouldn't be skipped.
But you gave it a 6. You think Doctor Strange is just as good as Haunting in Venice?
Yes.
Nah, Doctor Strange is a little bit better.
I think they're both super fun. There's some very obvious problems. It's another superhero origin movie.
The ancient one is lit.
Okay.
You ever palm someone's bald head? Just like, bah! Basketball.
I'm not close enough with anybody to do that. That's bald.
Would you do that to the ancient one?
No. If you went bald, I would do that.
Oh, I'd let you.
I know you would.
Should I go bald?
Are we both going bald?
No. It would be absolutely atrocious.
100,000 subscribers, you wouldn't go bald with me? Because I'm going bald for 100,000 subscribers.
Nah. I might do it just to cosplay Ancient One because she's lit.
I'm really going to need to be the hat guy if I'm bald.
Are there any Ancient One quotes? She's got some really good quotes.
Tilda Swinton.
She's great.
Shout out Tilda Swinton. Guardians 2 re-review. This is let's take our time on this one.
Okay.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 out of 10. 3, 2, 1.
4.
2 out of 10. It is the worst movie in the MCU. And this is your best take.
Because I agree with one of your atrocious takes?
Well, this isn't an atrocious take, and I think that anybody with eyes should know that Guardians 2 sucks. Unfortunately, a lot of people think it's the best movie in the MCU.
You dislike some things about this movie that I don't dislike. You
like Baby Groot.
I
hate Baby Groot.
I don't hate him.
I just think it's the worst example of buy this toy. They do it with Baby Yoda and Mando, but it's terrible in season 3 of Mando. It's one of the worst parts of season 3 of Mando, but it's terrible in Guardians 2.
You don't like the opening?
Where he's dancing? No.
Mr. Blue Sky?
No.
Nah, that's great. You should like that. If you are someone who likes Cars 2, you should like that.
No, it annoys me.
Turn your brain off.
It's not a turn your brain off thing because I don't think it's entertaining. And we've talked about this. The comedy in this movie obviously really doesn't work for either of us.
No.
I think Baby Groot is some of the examples of the bad comedy. Eh?
It does take you out of it a little bit here and there, but this is when the MCU starts doing this bullcrap.
Yeah,
trying too hard.
This proceeds to be. Is this your 3 least favorite movies?
Yeah,
in the MCU?
it gave us Doctor Strange, and then they gave me, I think, my 3 most hated MCU movies in a row coming up.
But then you like Black Panther.
Black Panther's good,
and then you love Infinity War.
Yeah,
so they redeemed themselves.
That's why Phase 3 is hard for me to.
Yeah, see, this is easily my favorite phase in the MCU because these next 2 movies are 2 of my favorites.
Yeah, ready?
Yep. SpiderMan Homecoming. Notoriously your least favorite Spider-Man movie.
Mm-hmm.
Here's our reviews in 3, 2, 1.
4 out of 10.
8 out of 10. I think it is a top 10 MCU project. I think that the MCU is more bad than good, and I think Spider-Man Homecoming is one of the 10 great.
Homecoming is not great. Homecoming is the definition of disappointing. Unfortunately.
Can you explain to me how it's boring?
Can you explain to me how it's not?
Yes. Vulture is one of the most interesting villains in the MCU. He's easily top 5. The twist with him is literally awesome. I think the high school stuff is hilarious, but it's also actually Spider-Man. It's actually Peter Parker doing high school. What a concept. That the one superhero we have that we actually see in high school in the comics goes to high school in a movie. I don't know why that's so hard to understand. The decathlon team is hilarious and fun. JB Smoove carries Far From Home. He's really good in this one. The other teacher, Martin Starr, hilarious.
2 things.
Hannibal Buress, hilarious.
2 things.
This is one of the funniest MCU movies.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
What are you doing here? Watching porn?
You just like that because you're a porn addict.
Maybe.
2 things. You said the villain and high school. The villain is good, yes, but you're acting like he's Heath Ledger. Like, the Joker carries the Dark Knight a lot.
Wrong.
He does.
Wrong.
We're not arguing about that.
If you take out Heath Ledger's performance,
it's still good.
It's still the best live-action superhero movie of all time.
Maybe. But I'm saying...
Like, that movie is not carried by Heath Ledger. Heath Ledger enhances that movie. He's the best part of that movie, whatever. But
that's what I mean. It's the
exhausted of people saying that Heath Ledger carries The Dark Knight.
However you'd like me to say he's the best part of that movie and it is wildly enhanced by Heath Ledger's Joker and it would not be the same movie without him, you're acting like Vulture is that level of enhancement. He's not.
He's not.
He's good, but he can't carry the movie.
He doesn't.
Number 2, we've seen Peter Parker in high school before. We've seen it in almost every Spider-Man movie. At least the first two of the last two franchises. Now, you don't like it because they don't
Wrong.
do it well enough.
You're wrong.
Andrew Garfield's in high school, and so is Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire is in high school for 15 minutes of Spider-Man 1. He is not in high school in Spider-Man 2.
That's what I said.
No, you said in the first two.
The first one of each, the first one of Andrew and the first one of Tobey.
He's in college. He leaves school by the end of the first one. Before the end of the first one. High school.
So?
Yeah. And then Andrew.
What a concept.
Andrew, you're right. He's in high school and then he graduates in the second one. You're right. You're right with that we do see high school. But what about that movie is actually high school? Nothing.
Sorry. It's more important for me to see Spider-Man actually do interesting things in New York, like swinging around in New York, than it is for him to be in high school. Like, I don't understand why we can't have both. All right, you're acting like certain things are more important to you and some things are more important to me. Spider-Man being Spider-Man in New York is something that is wildly important. Okay, and the movie isn't just necessarily better because they have him in high school. And you're saying that these other movies aren't as good because it's missing that. Well, Homecoming is missing the thing that I just said. So those are my two responses there. I mean, in all of your reasons for why it's a good movie, never once did you mention the main character, Spider-Man, being Spider-Man, because that's the worst part of the movie.
I think this scene is one of the best scenes we've ever seen in the Spider-Man movie.
It doesn't carry hard enough. The only reason he's there is because he lost to the glider.
What? Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield never lost?
No, but they actually were Spider-Man throughout their movie. Spider-Man does Spider-Man things.
You're right. It's incredibly Spider-Man of him to put coins into a magical train station. Very Spider-Man.
You're not going to win that argument.
I just did.
Just because, again, that is something that movie has, but that doesn't negate the fact that it also has him swinging through New York, saving bad guys, doing the thing in the Times Square where he's flipping backwards, catching a car, saving people, taking out Electro, quipping, the opening scene where he's catching all the vials that are falling out of the thing, being awesome in all of those scenes just because he puts a coin in a thing. That doesn't take away all those other things. Homecoming doesn't have that, period.
But Homecoming is a cohesive movie. At least from start to finish, it's good. Can't say that about either of the TASM movies. Can't say that about Spider-Man 3.
No, yeah, I think TASM has problems.
Big ones.
Yeah.
Homecoming does not have problems like that.
4 out of 10.
Shall we move on to your least favorite movie of all time?
Yes.
Here is our review for Thor Ragnarok. If you're a fan of this movie like me, buckle up. 3, 2, 1.
3 out of 10.
9 out of 10. Crazy.
That is you give Ragnarok the same ranking you give Civil War.
It's better than Winter Soldier. It's better than Avengers 1. It is a top 4 MCU movie. It is hilarious.
You cannot give Guardians a 2 and Ragnarok a 9. You can't do that.
Just did it.
You can't.
I'm doing it.
We can watch those movies back to back. I'll make a compilation of all the comedy, and if you laugh at Ragnarok and not at Guardians, I will not think you're genuine. Like, that's crazy.
You're wrong. Completely different comedy.
Both bad.
You're crazy.
Both bad.
Ragnarok is the funniest movie in the MCU. And on top of that, it's got literally the most awesome moments in the MCU. There is one scene in the entire MCU that I think is more awesome than Thor on the Rainbow Bridge with the big bolt of lightning. The only thing is his arrival in Wakanda is cooler. That's it. That's the only.
The 360 scene with the Avengers is way cooler than that.
No way.
The Avengers Assemble.
No way.
You're saying Thor with some lightning on the Rainbow Bridge is better than Avengers Assemble portal scene? No, it's not.
Yes, it's so much more awesome.
Frick you.
When he shows, it's so sick. No, you're just sleeping on Ragnarok, man. Like
you're sleeping on every other epic moment in the entire MCU.
Yeah, maybe I'm biased towards Thor. I'll give you that. But dude, those two Thor moments are goated, and Ragnarok's goated. You have I don't know. How many times have you seen that movie?
A couple. Maybe 2. Yeah, like maybe 2.
So you hate it. It's not just the one cinema experience that ruined it. It's so funny, dude. Some of the line delivery in that movie. I mean, Jeff Goldblum is the funniest character in the whole MCU.
No.
And Korg is hilarious.
Korg has some funny moments. And then they overdid him in the next one.
They did overdo him in the next one. But Jeff Goldblum is so...
No.
You have been pardoned. Oh, thank you. From life. Hilarious.
This is the
when he's like, oh, on any other planet, I'd be like thousands of years old, but here. Hilarious. That's so funny.
You didn't even say anything.
Because I'm not as funny as Jeff Goldblum, but like, that's so funny. It's my birthday.
Not funny.
Hilarious.
Not funny. Everything you're saying right now is like 5-year-old comedy or like...
But that is not the same comedy as Guardians 2. Guardians 2 is like poorly placed penis jokes and Baby Groot bringing an eyeball. Different.
And Ragnarok is Thor hitting himself in the face with a ball. Give me a break.
Admittedly, I've never laughed at that scene. But I do laugh every time at Hulk.
No.
That's hilarious.
No, I called that joke before.
I know
happened.
you always tell that story, but
it's
like
predictive. You can predict it. Like it's the most.
Maybe it is predictive, maybe, and it is like Paul Blart Mall Cop humor. Like that's what that joke is. But it is so funny to see the second skid. Like see him bounce off the bridge. It is so funny.
So disappointing.
Hela's not a great villain.
I thought Hela was great.
Are you serious?
Hela was good. She was interesting. I think she was overpowered, but like that makes.
You don't think it's funny when Doctor Strange gets Loki, and then there's the business card, and he starts poking the business card. He's like, Loki.
No! Oh my gosh,
funny.
that was so cringe.
Oh, that's so funny.
That's so cringe.
Loki.
Who does that?
Chris Hemsworth.
Thor, because he's an idiot the entire movie. Absolute moron idiot
But
that
he's
screams
hilarious.
when he gets a haircut, that screams when he enters the room with the Grand Master, that thinks a business card is Loki, that tells us, hey, Snake, he bites me. He's 5.
That's so funny.
He's Star-Lord, but not as funny.
Yeah, I just disagree. And he's awesome. He's so much cooler than Star-Lord.
He's not cool in that movie.
He's awesome in that
No.
movie. You will not. I will give you. If you hate the humor, I've defended you on this. I love the humor in Ragnarok, but if you hate the humor as much as you do, then of course you hate the movie. You can't also hate the awesome moments. The awesome moments are awesome.
The bridge scene is cool. That does not mean he's cool for the rest of the movie.
He's cool when
he's a loser the whole movie. He's
cool when he beats Surtur and destroys all those goons at the start.
Right at the start and right at the end. There's the rest of the movie where he's
awesome when he beats Hulk in the arena.
Yeah.
That's an awesome fight.
It is a cool fight, but like...
He's awesome when he's talking to Heimdall, and Heimdall's showing him Asgard and what they're going through. He's serious in that. He's not making jokes in that, and he's like, this is some intense shit. I got to get back.
He's a loser.
He's a loser when Valkyrie punks him with the thing. But I have no problem with that.
Of course.
Are we done?
Sure.
Black Panther.
Yeah.
Out of 10.
Yeah.
This is Black Panther 1.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
7.
5 out of 10.
5's a little low.
Maybe. I recently saw this that made me feel differently about this movie. Obviously, I liked Blue Beetle. I think it's not a great movie, but I had a good time with it, and culturally it meant a lot to me and everything like that. And it was like, it was a tweet, and it was like, where have we seen this before? Very bland superhero movie, everything in the movie we've seen before, but what gives it points is its cultural relevance to a certain group. And it was a picture of Black Panther and Blue Beetle. Yep. And the cultural relevance just doesn't do anything for me. So, like, I'm probably wrong on this, but I just don't get anything out of it.
I think it's a 7 out of 10 movie regardless. Like, it's good.
I've seen it a million times. And
yeah, but they did it well. Like, Killmonger's great. What stuff in Wakanda is great. Shuri's great.
It frustrated me. It frustrated the hell out of me when they killed Claw, though, because he is so
I know.
entertaining. He's so good. Andy Serkis is so good.
And Ulysses Claw is just such an interesting character. And I wanted to see him more. Yeah, it did suck that they.
And I did think it was weird because, and we've said this on the pod before, but Black Panther does not have an extensive rogues gallery, and they killed the 2 biggest names in his first movie.
Yeah.
I was like, well, that's a choice.
Yeah. Namor was good though.
Yeah, well, Namor isn't a
Right.
Black Panther villain. He's not even really a villain. He's a villain in one issue of Fantastic Four when he rapes Sue Storm, and then that's it.
What's that?
Yep.
He rapes somebody?
Kidnaps and rapes her in an issue. Yeah. Not in the earlier issues, he doesn't rape her, but he raped her in a pretty serious, like intense later one. Yeah. Not a very good comic. Yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You ready?
Yeah.
Creme de la creme.
Creme de la creme.
Avengers Infinity War re-review 3, 2, 1.
9.5
9 out of 10. The best movie in the MCU. It is spectacular.
It is so rewatchable.
Very rewatchable.
So rewatchable.
I would argue it's the second most rewatchable movie in the MCU.
After
No Way Home. I will watch No Way Home 3 nights in a row.
Yeah. There's not much to say here. I mean, there's a lot to say here.
It's a miracle how good this movie is.
It's a miracle that it exists.
It's a miracle that, like, you're right. It's a miracle it exists. It's a miracle how good it is. Because there are so many fucking characters in this movie.
Right. It easily could have been too complicated, too convoluted, to fill in the blank.
4 hours long. No, it's 2.5 and it feels like one.
Yeah, it feels great.
It moves at such a pace.
And Thor is Thor again, which is great.
Now, I will say, an argument against this movie, if you haven't seen any of these movies, you're done. You're done for. There's no character work to establish any of these people.
No.
The only character work in this movie is to further characters that are 2, 3, 4 movies in.
I think Ahsoka season 1 does a worse job of just like giving you characters and not giving you backstory. I feel like you could watch Infinity War and be less confused than watching Ahsoka episode 1 through 4.
That's interesting. But do you remember? I don't hate that take, but do you remember watching The Nun 2 in theaters?
Yeah, it was like 2 weeks ago.
And we turned to each other and we were like, they've showed us 18 different characters in the last 10 minutes and all of them look exactly the same and we don't know anything about any of them. That's what Infinity War is a little bit.
Yeah.
Like the first time you see Tony is in the park with Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah.
The first time you see, you just don't get.
Yeah, it's just a team of people and it's a lot of them.
And you don't like introduce any of them really. Like the first time you see Peter Parker's on the bus.
Yeah.
Like you just kind of have to see all these movies.
You remember seeing that in the trailer? His Spidey sense going off? I was freaking out.
I will say, that's not the first time we see his Spidey sense in the MCU. Do you know when it is? It's literally my favorite scene in that movie.
In Civil War.
Yes.
The car's coming at him and he looks.
His eyes widen before he looks. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's so good.
And then like his Spidey sense just like doesn't exist in the next movie. It's crazy.
Yeah, the Far From Home choice to just get rid of the Peter tingle was weird.
No, I meant Homecoming.
You're right.
Because he learns it in Far From Home. And like it's a big thing at the end where he does the whole blind fight.
No, he doesn't learn it. He just is
that's
losing it because he doesn't care. Have you seen the deleted scene where he catches the robbers in the restaurant and then he says, I'm going out of town? That should not have been cut.
No!
It's such a good scene.
It would make Far From Home, like, for people who don't like Far From Home, if that one scene was in there, I'd be like, okay, you need to...
It's a really great scene.
Because,
it's like a really great scene.
Yeah.
That was a poor cut. We should talk about that for Far From Home.
Yeah.
Infinity War. Great fucking movie.
Great movie.
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah, ready?
3, 2, 1.
6.5.
5 out of 10. People are too hard on this movie.
A little too hard.
I think this is one of the fine MCU movies.
It's fine. It should be bottom of the barrel, but it's clearly not top 5, top 10.
It's fun.
I just hate that they use Lawrence Fishburne and
for nothing.
For nothing, dude.
Yeah. That's fair. You
He's,
really
he's never coming back.
You're
Like,
a huge Lawrence Fishburne guy?
I mean, he's good. I mean, he's great in the Matrix and John Wick.
You're actually wrong about him never coming back. He's actually already confirmed for What If Season 2.
Oh, sure. But did you see that interview with him where he's like, yeah, I'd be in the MCU. And they were like, you were in Ant-Man and the Wasp. And he was like, oh, yeah. Like, that's what I mean. Like,
Yeah, they don't use him at all.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that clip is great because he's like, oh, we got another Captain America come in? Like he's like acting like a real fan. It was cool.
yeah.
Captain Marvel.
Yep.
3, 2, 1. 4 out of 10.
6, maybe,
Yeah.
maybe 5.
It's all of the origin movies. We've seen this movie a billion times at this point. On top of it's just really bland.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, it's a fine origin movie. It just seems way more forgettable to me than fill in the blank of any other
Let's go over just 5
origin
movies. Shazam, Blue Beetle, Black Panther,
Doctor Strange,
Iron Man, Doctor Strange. Okay?
I remember more about all those movies.
They are all the same movie as Captain Marvel. They're all the same movie, but Iron Man has Tony Stark and a bunch of stuff. Iron Man is a good movie.
Yeah.
It's also the first time we've seen this movie. Doctor Strange, the magic is fascinating. Benedict Cumberbatch is great.
Visual effects.
It's funny in the visual effects. Blue Beetle has the family, right? Shazam, it's fun, a twist that he's a kid.
Yeah.
And I don't even remember the last thing we said. Ant-Man is a heist. And Paul Rudd is hilarious, right?
Yeah.
And then
Luis.
Captain Marvel.
Like, it's got scrolls, which is cool.
But I don't like the scrolls.
And the twist
The
wasn't
twist isn't interesting. Jude Law isn't a great villain. Like, Nick Fury is in it, but I think that the Venus flytrap joke is a top 5 MCU joke, but other than that joke, I really think that movie just has nothing.
And a lot of people don't like the eye thing.
I don't.
I don't really like it doesn't bother me as much as other people, but the fact that he said that line, Nick Fury loses his eye because a cat scratches it. I know it's a flirkin, but a cat scratches it, goose. But
Last time I trusted someone, I lost an eye. And it's a movie with scrolls.
Yes, and that line where he says it is about Phil Coulson. No? Where does he say that?
He says it in Winter Soldier. Says it to Cap.
Oh, no, he says the line about Phil Coulson being his other eye. Sorry. That's what I was thinking of. But yeah, that was such a cool line in Winter Soldier. And then, okay, I think I said this last time we talked about this, but I think that moment is a moment where because we've got Guardians and Ragnarok and Ant-Man and the Wasp, a lot of these movies that were trying to be funny, and a lot of people were starting to make fun of the MCU. This is about the time where the MCU was starting to get made fun of for being too jokey, and comparing DC and the MCU were he's behind me, isn't he? A lot of people make fun of the MCU for making jokes like that, and this is one of the moments where people were like, the MCU is being stupid. Why are they taking moments like this where Nick Fury's eye patch is the most iconic visual thing in the MCU potentially, and they're turning it into a cat scratched it. You need to keep both eyes open, and then in Winter Soldier he scans it. It's a cool thing, and now it's not.
It was just you have a movie with scrolls, and you're gonna show how he lost his eye. Perfect. He trusted Ben Mendelsohn, and then Ben Mendelsohn turns into a scroll.
No.
So easy. Why is it a cat? Avengers Endgame.
3,
2,
1.
8 out of 10.
7.5.
Yeah, I love that you're lower on it than me.
I could easily give it an 8. It is a 10 out of 10 for the last 40 minutes, and the rest of it is a 6.
It is a bad movie with spectacular moments.
Yep.
It's too long.
A little.
It
Well,
really drags at the start. The Cap Black Widow scene is important, but it is not entertaining in the slightest. It's not.
I like that scene.
What do you think of Little Iron Man?
Morgan?
No, very skinny Iron Man.
Oh, at the start?
Yeah.
We lost.
It's just
And
tedious.
you weren't there.
Yeah, you're right. We did lose. We know.
No, that wasn't tedious to me. I thought that was until this moment. I thought you were a Build-A-Bear.
The acting's great.
What's wrong with him? He's pissed. We lost. We all lost. You said, if I needed you, you'd be there. What's the line?
You weren't.
We needed you. We lost.
Yeah.
You weren't there.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
It's good. It's a good movie, and there's a lot of great stuff. Obviously, my favorite scene is the scene with him and his father.
Yeah. No,
Hey, will you hold this? Yeah, no problem.
He just takes it because he doesn't like being handed things.
Every other scene in the MCU, he says, "I don't like being handed things."
No amount of money ever bought a second of time.
Oh, it's so perfect. It's so like there's so many perfect things, and there's so much like good nostalgia use. Every Avengers 1 scene's great, but it's just not. It's a strong finish.
As a movie, it's not as strong as like Infinity War or some other movies, but as moments, which is what we needed, we got them.
No, of course. What do you think of like people that think it's the best movie of the MCU?
I'm not gonna fault anyone for that because we get the best moments in the MCU. To me, like we get like the whole like again, everything from when we are on Earth and snap people back until the end. The moments with Iron Man, his death, his funeral, Morgan saying I want a cheeseburger, Avengers Assemble, like everything about that. Like if that carries enough for you to say that it is your favorite movie, I am not going to fault you for that. I personally don't think it's the best movie overall, even though I like the cinema experience and everything about it carries a lot. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. I said this before, but at the end of the day,
You're fine. Keep going.
at the end of the day,
But we can.
yeah, Endgame is it is in the section the segment of the MCU for me that I have like a couple like 5 projects in there where it's like these are kind of bad projects that I just really enjoy, but they are bad. They're just not the best thing in the world. I'd call it the Revenge of the Sith category.
Sure.
Right? It's like Endgame's there, Hawkeye is there. I really loved Hawkeye, but it's not the best. She-Hulk is in there, and like Guardians 3. Like movies like that they're not perfect. They've got some real glaring issues, but had a great time with them.
Yeah, that's fair.
And finish it off with some Far From Home.
Real quick. This might be a weird take. I hate the fact that Stan Lee's last cameo is him driving in a car screaming something in the 70s. Is that weird? Because this Endgame came out after he passed away, and we all knew like this was his last cameo, and I was wondering what they're going to do with it, and you see him for like 2 seconds, and he's like screaming about fascism or something. I can't remember, and then he drives off. I was like, that was a weird ending to his cameos.
That was like they did de-age him though, and
Well, he's like wearing
yeah, and that's what he looked like in the 70s, and that's when like he rose to fame.
yeah,
So it's kind of like him going out the way he started.
just because it's in that time period.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I think it's kind of cool. But
I
that's
mean, it's not-
interesting. I've never heard that before, so that's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I was just going into it like wanting the perfect, like something like into the Spider-Verse where it's like it always fits, or something that'll really like be like, okay, that was last Stan Lee, or something funnier. Like as Stan Lee cameos go, that's one of my least favorite, even if it wasn't his last one. And the fact that it was the last one, I was like, oh, that was kind of anticlimactic.
Yeah.
But what are you gonna do?
It's a real shame he's not in No Way Home.
I know.
That's a real shame.
And it's also a shame. Like, this is another reason why, like, why didn't Phase 3 just end with Endgame?
Yeah, because here we are, Far From Home.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
7.
5 out of 10. Yeah, I just, we talked about this a little bit. I guess Mysterio just isn't a very good villain. Because I think Jake Gyllenhaal's great. I think the writing is great. I think how they did it is great. I think the suit is great, everything. But he and the limitations they have to have because he is the villain is what bogs this movie down. Obviously the world element, the fact that he's not in New York really hurts this movie. The international aspect is really weak.
Does it hurt Homecoming?
No.
No, Jake Gyllenhaal, I love. He's one of my top 5 favorite actors, probably.
Yeah.
And I'm higher on Far From Home than most, I think.
Yeah.
Again,
A lot of people hate it.
they should have kept that scene in there where he's stopping the bank robbers.
Absolutely.
And I think the completely dark scene one of the coolest Spider-Man scenes we've ever gotten. And this, one of the coolest Spider-Man things we've ever gotten. Hard. I love that.
What do you think of the animation scene?
Where he's like fighting the visions?
Where it's the vision scene, the dream sequence, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Yeah, it was cool. It was Mysterio.
It's the best scene in the movie, I think.
And then he gets hit by the train.
Yeah.
Painful.
So good. Yeah, dude.
That would knock the breath out of Spider-Man for sure.
For sure.
For sure.
But then he's just fine. It's so sick. That's so Spider-Man.
Tom Holland's fun.
I think this is going to interest you. I think this is the worst movie with the Iron Man thing. You know how everybody's like, oh, he's Iron Boy Jr.?
Yeah.
I think Spider-Man Far From Home is the one where it's the worst.
Oh, I think it's worse than Homecoming.
I know you do. And I'm sure people think it's worse than Endgame and Infinity War as well. But this is the one, and Civil War. But this is the one where I was like, this is too much. I'm getting annoyed. And he's not even in it. Robert Downey Jr. isn't even in this movie.
Yeah, I think that's why they did keep it in Endgame, because the Iron Man like influence was still like a really big thing, and because the villain and the Spider-Man like coming into his own and all that. Maybe that's why they kept it in Phase 3. But all right, real quick, we're done with ranking them all. This is my in order ranking.
Please.
You want me to do all mine?
Yep.
Okay. So starting at the bottom 3: Ragnarok, Homecoming, Guardians 2. I did put Guardians 2 over both of those. I need to watch Guardians 2 again, though. So, Ragnarok, Homecoming, Guardians 2, Captain Marvel, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Far From Home, Black Panther, Doctor Strange, Endgame, Civil War, Infinity War.
I mean, obviously, I hate your bottom two, but I strongly disagree with that. But otherwise, I think your list is good.
Yeah.
I think we have very similar lists, other than your bottom two are in my top 4.
Yeah.
Which is, so my last place, Guardians 2, then Captain Marvel, then Ant-Man and the Wasp, then Black Panther, then Far From Home, then Doctor Strange, then Avengers Endgame, and then I've got Spider-Man Homecoming at 4, I've got Ragnarok at 3, I've got Civil War at 2, and I've got Infinity War at 1. Which is it's really funny is that top 3 is, all 3 of those movies are in my top 4. The only one missing from that is No Way Home.
Yeah, no, other than my bottom 2, like our lists are almost.
And for me, this is easily my favorite phase in the MCU. It's just got so much content I love, and the stuff I dislike. Obviously, I hate Guardians 2, but I don't hate anything else. Really strong stuff. Love you.
Love you.